It's Aquarium Monday on Daily Download. This is Zahraa from Radio 786 here to do your Aquarium Monday feature. And this is one of the smaller exhibits that we're going to be doing. And what better place to start than with the seahorses? They are so cute. Maryke, I'm sure they're not just cute.
They are actually. I always say seahorses do have the cute factor, but they've also got the wow factor.
Yeah.
So if we just go back on what a seahorse is, they've been around actually for millions of years. Interesting little creatures. They've, you can see they hold on with their little tail. So they've developed this tail purely because of their habitat. They always hang on to eelgrass or little sticks and things.
Yeah.
They're slow moving. I actually say they're like a flower decoration. They park off all day. But these seahorses are endemic. The Knysna seahorses, you only find them in South Africa.
Nice.
You only find them in 3 areas in South Africa, which would be around Knysna, Sedgefield, Keurboom's area. And that's why they're so endangered.
Super special.
Because very limited habitat.
Yeah.
So we really need to look after their habitat.
Exactly.
They will look after themselves.
Exactly.
But they're really cool little creatures. Interestingly enough, seahorses don't have functional stomachs, which means they can't store food. So they've got to eat all day long. They're like grazers. In fact, lots of people behave the same, actually. so they're quite challenging to keep as an animal because you've got to feed them all the time. So you'll see a bit later, we'll put little shrimps in here for them that they can pick at themselves.
Okay.
And the most fascinating thing about seahorses, of course, is that the dads carry the babies.
Right.
So to put it in simple terms, the men get pregnant. That is quite impressive. So the females will deposit the eggs into this male's pouch. It's like a kangaroo. And the little babies will grow in there. And when they're ready to hatch, the male actually gets quite miserable. You can see it's like a pregnant lady. Not that they get miserable, but it's like really tired and miserable. And then when it's time to hatch, he has contractions of this pouch.
Oh, goodness.
And then these beautiful little babies. They look exactly like adults, but they're of course just tiny. They start popping out. So depending on the species, the age and the size of the seahorses, they can have anything from 20 to 2,000 babies just about.
What?
So,
Popping out.
Popping out. And he'll do it in like little, batches of babies, and then he'll relax a bit, and then another contraction, and a whole batch of more babies will pop out.
Well, I see
Amazing
they
to see.
just thrown some
So that
little
is some
specks
food,
in.
so they are getting some mycetes, and you'll see they'll slowly swim and go and catch. They suck it in. So they don't have like a biting action. Their mouth parts are actually long, and they just suck their food in, which is very nice to see. But they're not aggressive, they're not competitive, unless when it gets to mating. Yes. And the males show off their pouch to the females. So like a peacock with its feathers, the male inflates his pouch and show like mine's bigger than yours, like bring your eggs to me.
Yes, I can be the better pregnant one.
And a lot of people believe that seahorses pair up for life. I've done a lot of research on seahorses. I have not experienced that. Usually the girl pops her eggs into a beautiful pouch, and then 3 days later she's like, okay, party time.
Exactly.
But they're lovely little creatures. The babies, when they hatch, they're on their own. There's no parental care.
I see.
In fact, if they don't swim away quickly enough, the dad and friends and uncles might eat them.
Wow.
So they've got to get away. They live on tiny little zooplankton. So when we raise baby seahorses, you've got to also put a lot of food in, so they don't spend any energy looking for food. They literally got to swim into these shrimps.
Will they resort to eating their siblings?
No, they don't do that. No, their siblings are way too big. So their little mouth is so small they can only suck up small little things. But a baby seahorse is the size of the adult food of those mycetes, though. And they just, they're lovely little creatures. These Knysna seahorses are temperate species, so they can be anywhere from 14, 15 degrees all the way up to 26 degrees Celsius.
Okay, I see. So
When it gets warmer, they want to reproduce. So that's one of the things how we manage the populations. We just don't warm the water too much because we can't have thousands of seahorses. The nice thing though is we got the first little batch of seahorses from Neisner, from the Department of Conservation in those days, and we've never had to get seahorses from the wild ever again.
I mean, who doesn't love seahorses? Every child wants
They're
to ride
mythical,
a seahorse. Everyone wants to ride a seahorse in the ocean. I mean, they're amazing. Thank you so much for showing us, Maryke.
Always a pleasure.
Oh my gosh, I hope you have fallen more in love with seahorses. I know I have. And join us again next week for our Aquarium Monday feature with the Daily Download team only on Radio 786. This has been Aquarium